Coming at us here. Right next to the boat that thing boiled up. Man, oh man, we get it.
Oh!
Right off the stern! Get him there! Oh my God!
That's 30, 40 pounders right on the corner. Let's get another bite. They're getting under us good here. Real good here.
Our first annual PhenixRods HKSlays hosted trip on the Pacific Voyager was amazing. I got to spend 2 days offshore with some of my fishiest friends, old and new. And as far as the fishing goes, watch now as Captain Mark, with a little bit of help from Lady Luck, show us how it's done on HKSlays Multimedia Fishing. I've heard it said that the charm of fishing is that it is the pursuit of what is elusive but attainable, a perpetual series of occasions for hope. And when it comes to fishing for the SoCal bluefin tuna, the quote definitely applies. And if you got any rail time with these bluefin, you already know that there's nothing they love more than to hang out up swell, taunting and teasing. Oftentimes, all show and no go.
Almost any place that I look on the horizon, I see fish boiling up, crashing. Look at them right next to the boat here, off the stern, down swell. I've got about 40 targets going through the bow right now, right under that seagull. Don't hesitate to change your bait. Get one to swim at.
All show and no go to WFO, and all points in between. We all want wide open fishing, but landing somewhere in the middle is often as good as it gets. And that's the thing. We did end up in the middle of nowhere. After resigning to defeat, despite our all-out effort with the pre-dawn flatfall jigs and chasing morning sonar marks with the fleet, it was pretty clear that what little sign we were seeing simply did not want to bite. The group opted for Plan B, and while en route from the tuna grounds to the Coronado Islands, we happened to stumble upon a very large spot of breezing and jumping bluefin tuna.
Look at the jumpers. Okay, it's changing direction. We're going to have to go to the left-hand side, I think.
Yeah. Right here.
So it's very active here, man. Get ready now.
Got it! Got him!
After a fishless first half of our day, we were more than ready. And by that I mean is the amount of effort that this group put in to get prepared for this trip was quite impressive. Now I'll be quick to say that every angler on this trip is a stick in their own right, but over a third were first timers, so we utilized the Facebook group page to keep questions answered and knowledge shared. We even had a little get together at Casa Kelty, where I shared amongst other things how to work the tuna shuffle and the proper care and fly lining of a butt hook dean. It was awesome to see all that hard work and preparation pay off. Everyone was doing it right. Over, under, wind in your face, and only the liveliest baits. Combine all that with a good length of 20 to 30 pound fluorocarbon leader, along with the size 2 hook, you're gonna get bit. First timers Newt Ribondo, RJ Sanchez, and Walter Rosa endured their baptismal of fire, long soaked their baits to victory, and were able to pick off a few of those finicky upswell tuna. That's not to suggest that fishing was easy. These bluefin were doing what bluefin do, but this group really put the wood to them, and we scratched our way to over 2 dozen tuna during this 4-hour midday drift. As for me, I put down the camera long enough to get several bites, strategically pitching baits right on the spot when those tuna would show up on the corner. With my risk appetite being such that it is, I stuck with the bass rod, and as we all know, the 20-pound gets bit real good. But as far as the catching goes,
we are about 25 miles southwest of the Coronados, maybe 10 miles offshore, Northern Baja. My 4th bluefin hookup today, 5th actually, went 0 for 4 on the 20-pound. Gets bit, gets sawed off. Tried switching it up with went to a circle hook, and this one's sticking a little better, so maybe I'll get lucky and get this one.
Back up!
Back up, down!
Hey, Kaji, can I get back up?
I'm gonna tell people to back up. Yeah! Fucking 20-pound, baby! That's a 20-pound fish right there.
Sniping these tuna with the bass rod as they boiled up in and around the spot definitely comes with its pros and cons. On the upside, you typically get bit closer to the boat than on the long soak, which means you can begin your light tackle battle with a relatively full spool. And after that initial run's over, they tend to get straight up and down on you real quick. And from there, it's all about short stroking them to color, with about 8 or 9 pounds of drag, and the firm belief that 20-pound test is a lot stronger than you think. And the downside? Well, with these bluefin tuna, you might just lose more than you win. But if you keep pushing your luck, pretty soon things work out in your favor. And this time, it happened to work out in the most excellent way. But luck is exclusive to no one. And just as I thought day one bragging rights and jackpot would be mine, Dave got the bite he'd been working hard for all day. And although Lady Luck is always in play, Dave showed us that if you continue to fish hard, you can indeed pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Hell yeah. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Jackpot, baby!
There it is. That's a nice one.
Zane Grey once said, time is probably more generous to an angler than to any other individual. And in this instance, time, combined with a lively, long-soaked bait, size 2 hook, and a generous length of 25-pound test fluorocarbon leader, was all that Lady Luck needed to smile upon Dave and bestow him with big fish bragging rights for day one. But at the end of the day, it's safe to say that everyone had an amazing time. And although the fishing wasn't wide open, more often than not, we seemed to have one hanging, and everyone worked hard to get their bites.
Yeah! Now, there's the favorite part. Nice fish!
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're an enthusiastic first-timer or a seasoned veteran. These bluefin tuna can challenge you on all levels. As such, there are times we all suffer silently at the rail, dealing with our frustrations. But the resilience of this group was impressive. And as I shot video in between soaking baits of my own, I couldn't help but notice the teamwork and camaraderie.
Everybody's getting hooked up.
Man, there's a party over here, baby.
The coolest of all was being offshore with my friends and loved ones, stacking even more memories on an already full album. And there's no man alive that's put me on more good times and good fish than Captain Mark Ornos, owner-operator of the Pacific Voyager. And when it comes to memories, Captain Mark is the memory maker. And along with crew Dominic, Mitchell, and Kazi, and the mind-blowing culinary wizardry of Chef Jeff, once again brought the good times and good fish. And with the June 2019 trip just mere months away, we'll be there to capture it all over again on HKSlays Multimedia Fishing.